Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in to What Are We Looking At? A show where we try to figure out what the hell we are actually looking at. I'm Zack.
And I'm Jen.
Today we're going to play a new and upcoming MMO. It's D&D Neverwinter, developed by Cryptic Studios, developers of Champions Online, City of Heroes, Star Trek Online, and published by Perfect World Entertainment, famous for that one MMO where you can be a 5-year-old girl in a really sexy outfit. So
they have a long and storied track record for keeping their servers up.
Yeah. So we're gonna dive right in here and see if this game is worth your money or whatever. It's gonna be free to play. We actually bought one of the like $60 Founders Pack or whatever because we thought that the game was gonna be released.
Ooh, quick! Let's think of some words that a like 5th level geek might associate with Dungeons and Dragons. We've got dungeon.
Yeah.
And then we've got dragon.
Mind Flayer, Beholder, and Dragon. That's all you get. That's all you get there. Alright, now there's this cutscene. We'll let you guys watch that.
Boobs.
Brought to you by Blizzard Entertainment.
No, seriously, brought to you by Blizzard Entertainment.
Hey, a black guy.
What?
Oh wow, he didn't die.
Yet. So here you see one of the races that will be known to people who have played D&D 4th edition, which is not necessarily as identifiable as something like an elf or a dwarf. We've got the Tiefling, who are sort of half-devil people. That is the devil-looking guy, and those are a playable race.
Wait, is that Nick Fury? I think that might be Nick Fury.
He's here to recruit the Dracolich for the Avengers.
Is there going to be a scene where Nick Fury comes to recruit Nick Fury for the Avengers?
I would pay for that. I think they added that at the end of the new Jurassic Park filming.
I remember that. I remember that scene.
Now I'm seeing a dragon here. I'm not seeing a dungeon yet.
Yeah.
I'm also seeing badass McElpsilon.
Did she run out of gas there? What was that all about?
I didn't think D&D had MP.
I guess they didn't get the memo that winter was coming. Yeah, you're all very badass.
Look at that turning undead. That one guy was too high a level to turn.
Hey, what are you doing there? Nope, not over.
I wanna play her. Is she playable class?
No, not yet.
Because I wanna play her.
Remember though, this is a Chinese company, so when she does become a playable class, you're probably gonna have to pay like $50 for her. Alright, so here we are. Here's the character creation. You got male and female. No surprise there. The females are actually in somewhat moderate outfits. And here are your races. You got your half-orcs, which are half human, half...
Orcs.
Yeah, there we go, thank you. We have humans, which are half human, half human. We got dwarves. Female ones do not have a beard option, unfortunately.
Alas. They aren't quite as beefy as well as female dwarves.
They gotta be hot.
Apparently.
You got your elves. You got your female elves, which are two different races. Halfling. There's female halfling. Tiefling. There's your female. There's your male.
Got your swishy tail.
Yep, you can't see it now. There's no rotate option, but it's back there. You can see a little bit. And you got half-elves, which are canonically basically the best at everything. They even have a special racial ability that says they're just naturally better at, like, everything.
They are better than you.
Yeah. This coming soon over here, that's obviously going to be the Menzo, Brands, and Renegades, or
Drow?
the Drow class. Yes, the Drow class.
Drow?
Yes, I can't play the Drow unless I pay $200.
But I want to play the Drow.
Well, fork over $200. So each class, or rather each race, has their own little different abilities down here that make you better or worse. Not too worse at playing the different classes, of which there are only 4 or 5 of right now. So, like, you got your half-orcs. Yep, their crits hurt more. They have their bonuses are to Dex and Con or Strength, and they get a 10% bonus to run speed for 3 seconds when you enter combat. This effect can only occur once every 20 seconds. So each race will have all these. Dwarves are good at standing their ground, Strength, Con, Wisdom. They have increased resistance to damage over time because they drink it or something.
Also known as alcohol?
Yes. And Tieflings... they deal an additional 5% damage to targets below half health, which is very faithful to the 4th edition Tieflings if you do play 4th Ed. Their own racial stats. I was kind of disappointed they didn't get their own little Infernal Wrath power that actually did damage. This one only seems to be sort of a light debuff. Good for tanks, actually.
If you change back to the female Tiefling for a moment, you can see her swishy tail.
Yes, it's very swishy, actually.
Well, you know, you can't have the elves be the only ones who are a little swishy.
Exactly, yeah. Well, the Drow will come out soon enough. So, Wood Elves, they've got Elven Accuracy, just like in the tabletop, except it just increases their crit chance. Wild Step increases their resistance to slowing effects. And humans, they get increased defense, which, you know, as someone who's just walking into the game, I don't actually know what this increased defense by 3% does, but if it's anything like in other traditional MMOs where it's like, you know, your mitigation, that seems extremely powerful. And they also get an additional feats at levels 10, 15, and 20. I'm not sure what the level cap is in this. I think it might be 60, but I've only ever gotten a character up to level 5, just to try out the different classes at a base level. And last but not least, we have Halflings. They, again, another seemingly powerful little racial ability that grants them a 3% chance to deflect incoming attacks right off the bat. Ability scores and Bold, which increases their resistance to crowd control effects by 10%, which, in my opinion, makes them the best race to be, you know, a tank, because I believe there are traditional roles in this game. Though they're still sort of following that nuanced thing in new MMOs where they're trying to not be roles.
How about zombies? Can I play a zombie?
No, but this is Forgotten Realms. If I'm not mistaken, I think that Revenants, which are basically the Crow, weren't they announced or released in Forgotten Realms?
I love the Revenants. No, though, they were, the Drow were released with the Forgotten Realms book and the Revenants were like a Dragon magazine.
The Dragonborn were in the player's manual too, but not seeing them here, though.
Yeah, considering how fond wizards have been of the Dragonborn, I am kind of surprised that we don't see them here.
Alright, so I think today we're gonna start off...
Drow?
With... Nope. $200. Let's see. What do you think we should play?
Well, you know I like elves for some reason. No, play a tiefling chick. Play a hot tiefling chick.
Alright, okay. Now, here's our class selections. We got Trickster Rogues, so that was nifty. Now, a lot of these, they're kind of like niche, and it's a little weird. Like, we're gonna skip ahead real quick. You'll see here that there's the Guardian Fighter, which uses two-handed weapons exclusively, and then you have the Great Weapon Fighter, who uses two-handed weapons, and then the Guardian Fighter, which uses a sword and board.
I'm going to guess this is one of those MMOs where the armor that you see them in at this point looks nothing like the sodden rags you will get into.
You would be right about that. So, and this coming soon, that's probably, I don't know, who knows?
Drow.
Yeah, Drow class for the Drow race.
Yes.
So we got the Trickster Rogue. They are kind of like an assassin from Guild Wars 2, or a kind of a mix of an assassination and a subtlety rogue from World of Warcraft. They do a lot of poofing around combat and things like that. You got Stealth, which is
untricked.
That's a great description. This is, all this stuff isn't really going to make sense just walking into it. You got Thievery. So we're going to go into this like someone who says, oh boy, the open beta, which opens to the public, I believe, tomorrow on the 30th of April. You're going into this, you have no idea what you want to do, so you're just looking here. We got Devoted Clerics. Looks like, healing, boring. Precise zone placement and strategic calculation. No.
Kelemvor?
I don't know if yes, the Forgotten Realms gods are all in this. So Kelemvor will be one of them. Control Wizards. That looks cool. Magic Missile. I think you can even shoot that at the darkness.
My favorite!
Yep. Great Weapon Fighter. And Guardian Fighter. So... I don't know. What are you thinking?
Oh, gosh. Well, I like Great Weapon Fighter.
Alright, so... Alright, let's take a look at that. Alright, so now, like any true D&D based MMO, you get to roll your ability scores. As of right now, they don't really give you any explanation for what they do, besides, dexterity measures hand-eye coordination, agility, reflexes, and balance. So you kind of have to have a little know-how of D&D to be able to choose, what you want to assign your racial bonuses to.
Yay, I picked the worst race for this class.
Yes. But you do at least get that con bonus. So what we're going to do up here, it's a little helpful. It says, as a Great Weapon Fighter, your primary ability is Strength. Your secondary abilities are Constitution and Dexterity.
Some nice D6s they got up there.
Yeah. So you go down here, and it says you got 2 racial bonuses. You got +2 to your Charisma, your Constitution, or +2 to your Charisma and your Intelligence.
I mean, look at her. She's a demon lady. She's loaded with charisma.
Yes, so we're going to pick the little adorable heart down here. Because, look at all this charisma. And that also gives us a bonus to con. So right off the bat...
Yikes!
Yes, that is hideous. Also pretty badass. Look at that tail.
Fair enough.
So you get some presets here. Here are just some off the bat. You get, we can even zoom in. Get this kind of crone-looking lady who's pretty badass. Oh my god.
You get a Klingon lady here.
That's amazing.
Wow.
Oh my god. Nothing will top that, unfortunately. But you can, there is very, very in-depth customization. For instance, look at these head shapes. We have natural, long, apart, full, chiseled, flat, stern, flared, and wide. They all look almost identical.
Yeah, but they do look... I mean, for people coming from something like World of Warcraft, where you have stupid cute troll face.
Exactly.
Stupid.
The trolls were the worst. It was either you looked like a 90-year-old Russian lady, or you look like Paris Hilton.
Or you look like every other troll.
Yeah, exactly. So for head shape, we'll just go ahead and we'll pick natural. Hair, tons of choices here. Tons and tons of choices. Oh my god, that's just amazing. She looks like some kind of Final Fantasy character. I can't remember their name. Also, oh my god, wait.
Oh wow. There you go.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a Super Saiyan Tiefling.
No!
So I think we're gonna keep that, because that's amazing.
It's pretty great.
Eyes, and you know, all races will have different choices, and I'm pretty sure that beta is beta at this point. So you know, they might add in more. We'll go ahead with some nice red eyes here.
I like them.
Eyebrows, none, because they've got horns in the way. Complexion, cute, young, fair, pretty, mature, rough, rugged, old, and elderly.
Apparently we're already on elderly.
Yeah. So we'll go with rough.
Yeah, it looks like one of those you can't really tell much about.
Do we like, let's see.
I think with that hair, might need a little more pink.
How about that?
A little to the right.
Oh,
that looks good.
There we go. Let's get that. Choose your different horn size. Got this kind of wraparound. That looks nice in profile, but looks like she's got a headbutt when you're looking at her dead center. Got the classic curly horns, ram horns. Ooh, that's nice.
Her hair kind of eats them up.
And this kind of weird...
broken horn.
Yeah, yeah, that is broken. I really like this one, though.
Yeah.
I think we'll go with that.
I think it looks good with the flow of her hair.
Yeah. Needs something to keep it. Maybe that's why she can't get it cut.
Maybe.
And then you have a butt ton of tattoos.
Wow.
Yes.
Black Raven.
We'll go ahead and do Black Raven. Make that ship black. There we go.
That looks cool.
She's even got a cool little scar. Which brings us to the next option. Scars.
Scars.
I really like that one.
Yeah.
I think we should leave that one there. And then we get into this ridiculous nonsense.
Oh my goodness.
You know, this has everything. You got your head size, head width, head height, head depth, neck length, eye size, eye height, eye spacing, brow width, brow height, nose width, nose height, bridge width, bridge depth, nostril size, nostril height, nose length, mouth width, mouth height, lip fullness, jaw width, jaw height, cheek size. There's so much.
That's a lot.
Tiny nose. But we'll leave that there for now. And then, body shape.
What are our options for body shape? Default is apparently toned.
Toned. And we'll, let's get a little sexy here.
Oh.
So, if that is the toned option, here is the heavy option.
It's not too bad.
And slim.
For your pixie tiefling.
Yes. So there's actually, you know, a nice little difference here. It's not just, you know, this like 5 times in a row, just the same thing. I do really like this one, so I think we'll go with that. And then body scaling. Boobs, all the way up.
Oh, okay.
Let's see if that actually makes a difference.
That's not even that. Yeah, that's...
Oh, yeah, a little bit.
I like that you can't go, like, ridiculous, massive back-breaking cup size there.
Exactly. Triple D. So D, all the D's stand for devil.
There you go.
So again, nail length, you can see...
Ooh. I wonder if that's an option on, like, every race and gender, or if that's just tiefling ladies.
I believe the tiefling guy in-game, he does have that too. The one wizard who was in the opening cinematic. We'll do like that. Shoulder width. Oh, that's good. I mean, she's going to be carrying a big sword. Let's bulk her out. And again, the customization options are just, they're really taking a note from Guild Wars 2 here and just giving you all sorts of options. Oh, you could even give her a sort of little babby tail or go full-on devil there. I like full-on devil tail.
Looks good.
Looks kind of uncomfortable though. Also, I'm not like an anatomy professor or anything, but that's like... Okay, so anyway, let's get the armor back on there. And now you get to choose your god and where you're from.
Kellenvor? Because I like Kellenvor.
Yes, we'll go with Kellenvor. Kellenvor is basically the Grim Reaper. He is a neutral god, blah blah blah. And again, if you're just walking into this, who cares? You don't know what all this shit is. You don't know what Neverwinter is. Well, besides the game.
I like zombies.
Netheril, Mythjanor, you know, what is all this? So we're just gonna go ahead and...
Baldur's Gate was that one game that everybody liked.
Yes, so if you've played those games, Neverwinter Nights, or, you know, Forgotten Realms, you know what this stuff is. But for someone who, you know, can't afford a $15 a month subscription fee, or doesn't want to play any of the other crappier free-to-play games, you know, you don't know what any of this is. So we'll go with...
Maybe you're a big fan of R.A. Salvatore?
Yeah, or Ed Greenwood.
Boys and girls, it's time for story time by Ed Greenwood.
But our opinions aside, we'll go with Malcontent Refugee, and let us begin. Oh! Well, first we need a name, and also we need to go back, because I just realized our starting stats are terribly, terribly low. So we're just going to go ahead and roll this up real quick, hopefully try to get an 18 or a 17 in strength there.
There was a
Yep,
7.
there we go. So all you really got to do is just keep rolling until you get what you want. It'll pop up eventually. And back for her name...
I had that one Tiefling at one point.
Penance?
I was thinking Uliana, but Penance is good too.
I like Penance. There we go. Penance. Whoa! And again, another cutscene. Well, a loading screen.
My original Penance was a Tiefling who was
oh my god. Oh god.
a cleric of Ilmater, and that will probably be amusing for people who did Forgotten Realms and no one else.
Hey, are you alright?
The hero of our story. Private Forgettable.
Using the WASD.
So here you are. You just get dropped in here. Pretty much the same way as you did in DDO.
Thank you, voice.
Yes. Move to Private Wilfred. So, you know, you can really see the similarities here with DDO. They just, you know, a dragon attacked your ship, and then you were, you know, shipwrecked. So we're gonna go talk to Private Cape over here.
Hey, you
Thank
got a little
the gods.
sparkly trail.
When I
Yeah.
saw the Draculich attack the ship, I was afraid there'd be no survivors. What brings you to Neverwinter?
What brings us to Neverwinter, Jen? Are we adventurers?
I think we're jerks, and we're gonna say that's
All
my
right.
business.
That is my business.
Sorry, I didn't mean to pry. It's just, now's not a good time to be traveling. As you may have noticed, Neverwinter's under attack. The necromancer Valindra is assaulting the city with her undead legions.
Oh, Valindra is my new
Search the
hero.
wreckage along the shore for your gear. It's dangerous to go unarmed right now.
Take this.
When you finish, head up to the camp at the top of the hill. They've got a nice warm fire up there. You'll feel better once you've dried out.
Thanks, I will.
Is that her voice?
Quest path leads
Yes.
to your next objective.
Okay.
Press
Yeah.
Z to toggle it on and off. Waypoints appear on the map
So yeah,
to
this,
mark your quest objective.
I love this voiceover. It's so ridiculous.
Waypoints appear on the map to mark your quest objectives.
So in the top right corner, you have the map. It's exactly like your map in World of
Exactly.
Warcraft.
So you're like, oh, what am I doing? Do I go out here? No, this game actually features a little glowing quest trail over here that'll take you to each of your objectives. This can be toggled, like the voice said, on and off with the Z key. But, you know, if this is your first time going into it, it's probably a good idea to keep it on. So we're gonna drive over here.
Interact with
Or if
characters
you're
and
like
objects.
me and you get distracted by every little gatherable item that you see as you're going anywhere.
Yeah. Oh, good, an inferior breastplate. That's
At least
exactly
they
what
let you know
needed.
it's inferior.
Yeah. You know, I'm not sure this was my gear, actually. Is there someone I can talk to about this?
Press I to open your inventory. Double-click an item to equip it.
Hey, I think I actually had the superior breastplate.
Yeah.
Press the Alt key to toggle mouse cursor
Class
and
7
mouse moves.
breastplate of dragon slaying. Alright, so
Quest tracker
this...
displays current quest
Thank you,
objectives.
mysterious voice. So, right now I'm moving my mouse around. I see a bunch of things at the top of the screen that I want to click on, but I can't. Right now my mouse only controls this targeting reticule. But again, as the mysterious voice said, to access all that stuff, you just enter this sort of Alt key mode by pressing the Alt key, which frees up your cursor. So at this point, you're free to hover over each of these things, figure out what they do. You know, here's your quest journal, here's your character sheet, but all this stuff is easily accessible by pressing the corresponding key.
Did that say something about Astral Diamonds?
Yes, as part of that Founders pack that we bought, we got like 600,000 Astral Diamonds.
Wow.
But I haven't bothered with that yet because I have no idea what they do. So let's take a look at what we can do right now. So our left mouse click button, we've got Sure Strike, and it says all this stuff. What does this mean? 2-inch cylinder? 1.15-inch... What? So let's just be a normal person and test it out. Okay, so we swung once. Okay, that's fun. What happens if we... Oh. Whoa!
That's pretty good.
And that's just your at-will power, and this is what you'll be using to attack. You know, that's your go-to attack, pretty much.
Campfires or rest zones.
It's not like WoW where you have, you know, you just swing at a guy and when stuff comes off cooldown, you use it. You just use your at-wills, which I guess is kind of like the same thing, but called something else.
Talk to Lieutenant Lettersburg.
Yeah. Lieutenant Linksletter.
Good
Hope
to
he's
meet
voiced
you.
by Steve.
Jim Cummings.
It's good to see someone survive the attack on the ship. When you feel ready, please speak to me again. I'm afraid I need your help.
Okay. What can I do for you, Linkletter?
Although we stopped Valindra's main force, the battle is far from over. The battlefield is crawling with mindless
So
undead who
this
lost
really
their
calls
masters in
back
fighting.
to World
To
of
make
Warcraft.
matters worse,
You talk to
the
a guy
enemy
with
is
a
raising
question mark
our
above
dead
his
to
head,
use against us.
and then you accept his quest.
Acolyte Name
and
is
you do what he
performing a
says.
ritual of Kalimdor to lay the newly dead to rest. That is sure to draw an attack here. I must stay and make sure Naaman finishes her ritual.
From what
Could
I've
you
seen,
search the
every
battlefield for any
NPC
wounded we
that gives
missed
you a
and
quest
send them
is
here?
fully voiced, as well as
After you finish
other
with the
quest
wounded,
NPCs
go
that you
to
find
Del
lying
McCord's
around or
camp
doing
and
whatever.
tell him our situation.
Which is good. It's really good to see the quality of MMOs going up over the years, and, you know, I don't play Guild Wars 2 anymore, but I am definitely pleased with how much it's impacted the MMO, you know,
Having a reticule over
Yeah.
objects and enemies to
Always.
market, I
target.
guess.
Always nice to see that going up.
So, here we are. Our mission is to give first aid to the wounded on the battlefield, because that's
Zombies.
something we should do. And there's a bunch of zombies, so I go up to a zombie. Whoa, what's that I did? Well, every class so far has a little shift mechanic. The wizard does a sort of blink, the guardian fighter blocks, the cleric does a little dash sort of thing, and I believe the rogue does a little teleport as well, or rolls out of the way, and the great weapon fighter kind of is the odd one out. They do this thing. They sort of charge around, which is odd considering that the rest of the classes have something that helps them evade attacks. So let's try our hand at killing some zombies.
She doesn't want to evade attacks.
I guess they're going the sort of barbarian route with that, but
Evading attacks is dangerous.
yeah. So let's help this poor soul out.
I need healing!
Alright, well, that's not me, bud. So you'll see right now that the combat is actually pretty visceral, and it's kind of got... But that's fine, because these guys don't really drop loot or anything, or XP, which is strange. Like I was saying, the combat is actually kind of visceral. It's got a sort of Diablo feel to it, especially when you're playing the Great Weapon Fighter, because, come on. Some of your abilities do knock the enemies about, and they, you know, have sort of a ragdoll physics to them, like that right there, which is just really satisfying. And there's not really any point for me to be fighting these guys, other than to show you guys the one encounter at will power I have. This guy here. Come on.
Thanks.
There we go. So that's done. Now it's telling me to go to Del McCourt's camp, which, if I follow a little sprinkly, sparkly line, is right over here. And we've reached level 2 just by exploring a little camp here. So what's cool in this is that whenever you level up, as the voice says once again, displays a little, you know, see what's new guide that you just access by pressing the U key, and then you can hover over and see what we got. So I got a new at will power, Reaping Strike, and then you open this up and you're like, what the hell is this? This is essentially all your encounter powers and your at wills and all this other stuff that won't become active until you level up. So Sure Strike, Reaping Strike, which is our new one, says you hold down the button and prepare a powerful sweeping strike that grows in strength the longer you charge it up. While charging your swing, you gain more determination from taking damage.
Owned?
What is determination?
Owned?
I have no idea. And then there's all the explanations for your stats over here, save for determination. But I'm sure that will be made clear to us as we go on.
Sometime.
Yeah. So let's talk to Mr. McCourt here, which is the stupidest name I've ever heard, by the way.
That's an exceptionally shiny question.
We were
Yeah.
lucky to drive Valindra's forces back.
Why is it
Thank
dwarf?
you for aiding the wounded. They wouldn't have survived much longer with all the undead roving about. We tried to get medical supplies and reinforcements to Linkletter as soon as possible. Unfortunately, we've got problems of our own here.
Yay, quest complete.
I'm afraid I have a gruesome task for you.
Whoa.
We've driven Valindra's main army off, but Red Wizard allies are still harassing us with
Again,
summoned
more
undead.
Forgotten Realms name
is trying to
dropping,
drive them
Red
off with its
Wizards,
archers,
you know,
but they're
they've
short on
never
ammo.
done anything in
Search
D&D.
the battlefield,
What the hell is a
scavenge
fucking
some
Red
arrows
Wizard?
from
I don't
them,
even know what
and
that
then
is.
take them to
Will it be
Hothdon.
explained to us? Who knows?
Who knows? Go read some Ed Friedman.
Yeah.
Go slog through some R.A. Salvatore.
Alright, so now we're out in the world once
Press hold the
more.
right mouse button to charge Reaping Strike for
Let's
extra damage.
test out our Reaping Strike here. Alright, so you hold this down. And then, see, you charge it, and then you're like, okay, what do I do? Is this going to hit? Well, you can actually sort of crawl forward a little bit, which is really funny. And then you just release, and the skeleton's gone.
I like the storm noises there.
Yes. Again, the combat it has a really nice visceral feel to it. Oh, hey, it's another Tiefling.
Drikulich.
I will answer your questions if I can.
Alright.
But
Yeah,
do
see, he's
not
got
break
some
my
nail
concentration.
Ooh.
stuff going on here.
Valindra
Tiefling
had a
men
dragonage
do
under her
tend to
control
be a
when she
little
attacked
more,
Neverwinter.
slight of
It
build
attacked
than
ships in the
humans.
harbor
Yeah.
and then
He's
came
about
straight for the
standard
city.
here.
My friends and I were helping
So
Sergeant
this
Knox
guy
defend
doesn't
the
actually
walls
offer
when
us a
attacked.
quest, so I'm going to
There was
sort
a
of
terrific...
just
I
skim through
don't
this
know
real
how
quick.
Valindra
If you want to
got
read
that
any of his
Perhaps
the
a
text
deed
here,
with
just go
the
ahead and
cult
pause
of
the
the
video.
dragon. The important thing is that we
Alright,
deprive her of
so
it.
he just
When
gave a little
dragonage is
backstory,
killed,
and you'll
its
see now he's
spirit
still
returns
talking.
to a special phylactery.
Blah, blah,
Yes.
blah,
And
blah.
while what he has to say is actually very interesting, they were kind enough to add in that feature so you don't have to take 5 minutes out of your day to listen to his long spiel. You could, do your quest and listen to what he has to say, or if you've heard it before, you just press the dash key and that will shut him up.
So are there regularly little corpses sitting around with arrows in them?
Just this quest.
Ah.
This is, we're sort of in this big battlefield here. It's like up early. Yeah.
It's not like Mega Man where you just run around charged all the time.
Yeah, there we go. Alright. So that thing actually has a fairly long, sort of radius. So if you ever get into a situation where there are several guys around you at once, it's much better to activate that than it is to use your True Strike or Sure Strike or whatever it's called. But for right now, for these guys that are just sort of wandering, the best thing to do is use our True Strike.
Gold.
Copper. But yes, the loot in this game is pretty cool. You don't have to click anything. You just gotta move over it. If it's money or if it's an item, you go up to it and you press F, and it'll even prompt you, so you don't have to guess whether or not it is an item.
So when do we get ferrets in this game to pick up all the gold for us?
Probably somewhere around epic tier, I'd imagine. So I'm already done with that quest, but ooh, I found a treasure chest. So we go up to it.
Click it.
We
Click
press
it.
F.
Click it.
No clicking, and we got a potion of minor healing and a decorative copper dish, because you know, always got to have that in there. And that's that.
You know, in a fantasy setting, dishes would actually be very important.
Yeah. Thank you.
Especially metal ones.
No forks at medieval times. Now would you like a refill on your Pepsi? Alright. So these respawn points, it's kind of Dark Soulsy and Demon Soulsy, where you go up to, you know, the nearest one of these, and if you die, this is where you respawn. And hopefully there will be no dying in this this little playthrough here. So what do I do? Okay, I gotta put the arrows in the barrel. There you go. You're welcome. So let's talk to Private Hothodon.
We must drive the wizards back.
Gone?
He's an elf.
Oh.
Thank you for the help. The red wizards haven't been driven away, but this will at least force them to
Again,
keep
red
their heads
wizards.
down.
Don't know what that is. Complete quest. And we're level 3.
Take your context cues.
Yeah.
They're
More
some
undead
kind
are
of
attacking Neverwinter.
wizards.
They're
I don't have
boiling out of
time
Castle
to-
Never and
I don't
storming the
have
Sleeping
time for
Dragon
your
Bridge.
stupid...
If the bridge
Context.
falls, they will
clues.
enter the heart of the city. Protect his enclave.
Clan Great Sword.
I must stay and deal with the red wizards. Please, go to the bridge
Clan,
and aid the
clan.
defenders.
Chan
Destroy the undead
Exactly.
soldiers near the gate to our
Chan-
north so it may be
Chan
opened
clan.
safely. Then talk to Private Wilfred. He will
What?
get you inside the city and show you the way to the
Not
bridge.
Wilfred again.
Be careful,
All
these
right.
undead are more aggressive than others who
Okay,
fought.
Hothodon.
Tempest
Oh,
grant you
Jesus.
strength.
Thank you. So, now,
he
yeah,
likes
he
the sound
likes,
of his own
he
voice.
does. He likes to gab. He likes to do a little gabby-doo. So we've got our first encounter power, which is not so fast. So that says you press your little Q button down here, it's already on your hotbar, and you release a fast spinning slice to the legs of enemies around you, briefly slowing them. Owned. I wonder why they have that. What does that mean, owned?
Owned.
So let's try that out.
Doesn't
Now,
seem like an ability is
A
something you
low
would
spinning
own.
strike
You would
to
just
enemy's
know
legs.
it.
owned.
Temporarily slow.
Don't go buy it.
So let's do a little. Whoa, that was a little frame rate drop there. We'll try that again in a second. Now you'll see that this encounter power actually has a cooldown, whereas the at wills do not. It's just sort of, you know, you use them over and over, which again fits in the whole grand scheme of things of this being based around 4.0 D&D. So now we have our first kill quest to kill undead soldiers. And these guys are a little tougher, but
Kill
they're not
them.
anything we can't handle. A couple of them actually show up at once now.
Serious
Oh
business.
my god, he did a backflip. He did a backflip before I killed him.
Nice.
So I'm feeling ballsy. I don't know about you, but I'm gonna go on a little trippy poo here.
No!
Let's see how many of these guys I can
What
kill
are you
at once.
doing?
It's fine. It's
Too
fine.
many zombies!
It's fine. It'll be fine.
You're trying to show off the respawn point.
Yeah. See, it's fine.
Look at that.
Okay, I finished the quest.
Hey. Good job.
It's not that hard. Again, though, this is the tutorial, so you know it's what you should expect. Now, I have no idea how he got here before we did.
He walked faster.
Yeah, apparently.
He jogged.
Fucking stupid kid.
Hello again. You're looking a good deal fiercer than when you washed up on the beach.
The stupid hair.
dry-
I
Out by the
hate
fire
this
would do
guy
you
so
good.
much.
My
Why?
mother always
I
says
don't.
warm
I
clothes
just
make for
do.
a
He's
warm
just so
heart.
forgettable.
He's
You've
not pretty
thinned out the
stupid.
skeletons enough that
I
we should be
wonder
able
why
to slip
he's
through
so
the gate
forgettable.
safely.
I wonder.
Linklater gave me some healing potions for you.
Thanks.
You may need them on the bridge.
Alright, so let's go to the next area here, and we will see you in part 2.